Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3, where last time we kicked Kethric Thorm's ass and kicked Merkel? Is that was the God of Bones. We kicked him too. We kicked him. Kicked his ass and yeah, we won. We won the fight. And now we have to go to Baldur's Gate. We found out a lot. Night Song's here. Isabel's Kethric's daughter. Shadowheart found out that, surprise, surprise, Shar was tricking her. Kind of. We still don't really know the whole story, but we're assuming that she's being tricked. And yeah, we didn't level up. Oops, wrong button. We didn't level up from that. And we're actually not very close to leveling up either, which is a bit of a shame. But all things considering, things are going pretty well. We're going to now...
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Good talk. Stay in camp.
Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready.
I'm sure, buddy.
And just when things were warming up.
I do like you a lot, Will, but, we need to
Swift as my feet can
share the love. How can I get rid of Jaheira, though? It's gonna be hard getting rid of Jaheira. Stuffed Bearhead. We'll keep Jaheira for a little longer. And we'll take Gale with us.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
He's gonna have quite a lot to level up with, too, I think. It's been a while since we've had him.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Level you up. Level 8 Wizard. Gain 2 spells. And level 4 slot unlocked and a feat. Okay, so for level 4 spells, we have Wall of Fire, which is a good one. Polymorph. Resilient Sphere encloses a target in a sphere of shimmering force, reducing its movement speed by half and blocking all incoming and outgoing damage. Ice Storm. Greater Invisibility. Fire Shield. Ivard's Black Tentacles. Dimension Door. Conjure Minor Elemental. Confusion. Blight. And Banishment. Out of the ones offered, I do like Ice Storm. I don't know if I want to get Firewall as well. It's a good one, but... What does Smothering do? Restrained by dark tendrils, affected entity can't move and takes 3d18 or 3d6 bludgeoning damage per turn. I kind of like that. Let's get that. Yeah. We'll take that. And as for your feat, I think we're going to get ability improvement. Let's get the intelligence up to 20. Yeah. That'll be fine. And then level 9. Level 5 spells. So for level 5, we have Cloud Kill, Cone of Cold, Conjure Elemental, Dominate Person, Hold Monster, Planar Binding, Seeming, and Telekinesis. Throw a creature or object up to 18 meters with a thought. Once per turn, you can use Telekinesis again without expending a spell slot. Heavier items deal more damage. I'm gonna get that. That seems like it'll be useful. And I do think getting maybe Cloud Kill could be really good. I like Glyph of Warding a lot, though. I know I've got it on a few people, but... Call forth a blast of lightning that hits all creatures in a line of the eruption. I'm gonna get that. Let's get a lower level spell, just to round us out a bit. Okay, and I think I am going to hold on to Jaheira for a little while longer, because she's awesome. Not that the others aren't either. Maybe we should... Oh god, now it's getting tough to picking characters. We'll keep this for now. Okay. Oh, hi, Gal.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
What are you talking about? You seem in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up. We're not out of the shadow-cursed woods yet, Gale. Give him a chance. We're not out of... Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet.
Apologies. Got rather lost in the metaphor there. Allow me to provide a map. I speak of what we discovered at the heart of this cursed place. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but... no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden? You nearly killed yourself back there. Perhaps take a moment. Not so sure you're owed any favors just now. Back up a little.
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look? So you just want to go shopping? Let's just get to Baldur's Gate first of all. Sounds like an excellent idea, no Gale. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Okay. So what, do we just leave? Is that it? Are we done here? I'd feel kind of bad if I left and missed something, but I can't think of what I have missed. I mean, I guess Mole never got found, but...
Like your mind wants you dead. How'd you survive it?
How'd I miss this door? Oh, it just goes out here. Okay, well... I don't believe I'm missing anything. Trying to think. I know we checked our journal the other day. Or I guess last episode. I don't remember seeing anything. Do I need to tell him to join me to have him as an option?
For the two of us. I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Join me.
Seems your ranks are quite packed. If some space frees up, I'll be ready for you.
Okay. No, I'm pretty sold on this group right here. Hey, Quartermaster.
Just tell me what you need.
Trade. Okay. So, what don't I need? Don't need that. Did I sell? Oh shit! What I? Okay, it was just that. Oh, we've got to use the poison. I don't think that's the one, but there was one. Where's the really good poison? Oh, I don't know. But we had a really good poison, didn't we? That we could have used. That his son or somebody, one of his family. This one. Damn it. Yeah, that would have been great. Oh well. Boots of Brilliance. We'll keep that. I don't really think I want to sell anything, actually. Sentient Amulet. Envoy's Amulet. Yeah, I'm guessing I probably don't want to sell anything. Oh God, now I'm gonna be stuck in a situation where I'm like, what if I want to use this at some point? I'm gonna sell them. That could be useful, I guess. We'll keep the hat. Once per long rest, you can score critical anymore. The wearer can paralyze the target for 2 turns. That's pretty good. We can definitely sell all this stuff. And all this. Can I, You want this resonant stone too? Resonating stone or whatever? Take the surgery kit too. I don't want it. Take the bottles too. I don't think I need them. Okay. Anybody else got things to sell? You've got a whole bunch of crap. But I don't think I want to sell any. I don't know what I want to sell and what I don't want to sell. It's too difficult. Too hard of a choice for me to make. Oh, we have this. We have this thing. Is that... Okay, we need to get Lae'zel in the party, actually. Because we have the Githyanki thing we need to decode. You can have this, though. And that. Go ahead with these arrows, too. Why not? The bottles. Ketheric Shield. I don't think we need that one. Get rid of it. Mage Hand. You can cast Mage Hand as a bonus action. Oh, this grants telekinesis too. Interesting. There's a spell slot restoration amulet. You don't have an amulet on? Weird. Oh, you have one on now. Probably want to use that actually. That could be useful. I think we're gonna keep what I have. You can have that. We'll obscure the area. It's pretty good. I'll hold on to it. Okay. You have anything? No. Okay.
Lady, light your way.
Lady, light your way. All right. I guess we will drop Jaheira for now. Take Lae'zel. And read these Githyanki orders.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Part ways for the moment.
Sure?
Yes.
Later then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
It probably will. Lae'zel. Pretty sure she has to level up too.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
And she shall.
It is done.
So does she have 2 levels, or is she just gonna have the 1 level? She'll have 2 levels too. Alright, awesome. 68 hit points and a new feat. Okay. Can I get athlete? Or durable. Either one would be a bonus. I think we'll get well... It might be better just to get... I do like being able to gain full hit points each time you take a short rest. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, that really improves her HP too. Which is good. I think anyway. Class feature, you get Indomitable. You have become as durable as an iron golem. Whenever you fail a saving throw, you can roll again using the new result instead. Nice. And 85 hit points. Okay, cool. Where's our chest at? Over here? Need to make sure I'm not leaving anything behind in the chest that I might want to take with me. Oh wow. This is. Can I organize it? Okay. Here we go. So we got the very rare heavy armor, Reaper's Embrace. And that's heavy armor, so we will want to give this to Lae'zel. We also have a long sword. I think she uses great swords, right? Oh yeah, I have all this armor and crap too. I wonder how that's the best way to like carry that stuff out. Or is there even a good way to do it? I didn't really think about it when I, you know, did this whole thing. Okay. Well, you have armor now. New armor. You get hit by a foe within 2 minutes. It might take 1d4 fire damage. You take 1 less piercing damage. Okay, I think this is just better overall. Yep, and that's Kethric's armor. Neat. Can I hide your helm? I don't really like the helm anymore. There you go. Okay, we need to find these Githyanki things. Engraved Githyanki disc. Can I read this now?
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Go on then. Let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelemon. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think? Who is the great red dragon Ephelemon of the story? Do you think he could be alive?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself, and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Githyraki.
Who's the Great Red Dragon?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith I would preside as queen of the Githyanki. Ifalaman remains the queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves.
Change the subject?
Anything more?
No. Okay. Prince of the Comet Part 3, Resurrection. Do you have any more of these? What if I type Githyanki? Oop, Gith. No. Is it Gith? No. Okay, then no. Not on you anyway. You have something, don't you? Didn't somebody else have something?
A long way to go still.
Okay. That's not what we're looking for. Would that show up in here? Okay. So we found chapter 1 and chapter 2. So we missed chapter... Or we found chapter 1 and 2. God damn it.
Let's see what we have here.
We found chapter 1 and 3.
Let's get going.
What? No.
Never a dull moment.
Oh, can I not type in here? Oh, damn it. That's dumb. Okay. Well. Guess we'll look through here. Inscribed Githyanki's slate. Yeah, I can read that, but it does me no good. Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, Part 1, Betrayal. Cover art of Tirsu ciphers. Okay, so we've missed it. Oh, there's a slave mind. I wonder if we can go back down in there. And a dark mine. Can I take these things? I don't know if we're allowed to go back down there. Because we had the portal out, right?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I kind of want to look up where the
See
part
what
2
this
is.
does.
Or maybe there isn't a part 2. Oh, no, I don't want to rest. Sorry. We just want to leave. Because I am interested in the Orpheus tale. Alright, let's see if we can go down.
No fist left behind.
So it means we have to go all the way up.
What to pack and what to dump. Maul would know.
I want to use these mines. Surely we can go back down, right? Oh, it doesn't look like we can. Oh, that's lame. Damn. Okay, well. Where are they? Guess we'll just send you back to camp. Maybe we'll find another one of those things. Alright, well, with that done. Make sure I don't have it. Okay. With that done, I suppose we go to Baldur's Gate. Road to Baldur's Gate.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I already have allies. I know. That's why I just recruited Jaheira. I know. That's why I just recruited Halsin. Enough lives have been lost. I don't want to send others to their deaths. I don't need allies. I have you. I already have allies.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Will there be anyone left when we arrive in the city? I'll seek more allies in the city. I'll think about it. I'll build an army to rival that of the Absolute. No, we are enough as we are. Will there be anyone left?
Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. Seems like maybe I want to walk out. I don't know. Maybe I can just teleport here. Okay, man, it still really is dark, isn't it? You know, do we want to like... Oh, you know what? Mind Flare Parasite Specimen. I think it's time, guys. Do you want to do this at camp? That sounds... It sounds safer to do it at camp. Been going back and forth to camp a lot. That's okay. Alright, I think it's time. We need the power. Consume. Consuming a tadpole allows your party members to unlock special powers. Press B to open the Illithid power menu to unlock new abilities. Oh shit, this is what I've been missing out on? Illithid powers, Rook. Okay, so what do we have here? Transfuse health. Not trained yet. Not trained yet. Why are these grayed out? Psionic overload. Not trained yet. 1d4 psychic damage. Your attacks deal an additional 1d4 psychic damage, but you take psychic damage every turn. Okay, that's not great. The first attack roll or ability check you make against any target gains a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. That's not bad. Sacrifice half your remaining hit points to heal the target for the same amount. Concentrated Blast. Deals 3d6 psychic damage plus 3d6 healing. Conditional. It must be concentrating. You must be concentrating on another spell to cast this. If the target was concentrating, you heal as much as the damage that was dealt to it. The spell you were concentrating on will end. Okay. Interesting. Enforced Tunnel. Charge forward, pushing all objects and creatures in your path 4 meters away from you. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, well, out of the ones we have available, I think I like that one most. Wonder how we get those. Oh, that was nasty. Illithid Persuasion, right. That unlocks this, Psionic Backlash. When an enemy within 9 meters casts a spell, you can use a reaction to inflict 1d4 psychic damage to the caster per the spell's level. That sounds good. Call the Weak. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than your number of evolved Illithid powers, it dies and all nearby creatures take 1d4 psychic damage. Oh wow, so if I get it... So right now, if I get it to 2... or 1, it dies. I guess that's fine. But this is pretty strong, it seems like. We're gonna grab this. Yeah, why not? Dig into my brain. Okay. I like this one. Oh, okay, so these are passives. That's what that is about, I think. Passive feature, Luck of the Far Realms. Once per long rest, you can change a successful attack roll against a foe into a critical hit. That sounds great. Charm, channel the dark allure of the tadpole to charm an enemy that attacks you, preventing them from attacking you until their next turn. I like that too. There you go. Eat up. Not really sure how to unlock the last stage though. Do I have to just use more of these, or? I like that one too. This one's not bad either. Okay, so out of these three. Now the question is, do I want to just use them all on myself? I'm assuming I can power up everybody, right? Does not want to use the Mind Flayer parasites.
Elminster's not around.
You're fine. She does not want... Interesting. So some of them don't want to use it. I wonder if I shouldn't have used it on myself. I know Astarion said he wanted to use them. I mean, I know I've already done it, but I could reload. It's not like we've done a whole lot. I've kind of already gone with it, though. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean... The Guardian says to do it. He now knows he's up against gods. I feel like this is the natural path he would have taken. I don't know. How do I open these up, though? Can I see what these are? Displace. Creatures suffering fall damage because of your actions take an additional 1d8 psychic damage. And push anything and anyone back by 6 meters. That's pretty good, too. 2d6 force damage. Ability drain. Once per turn, when you make an attack roll, the attack reduces that target's corresponding ability by 1. As reduced as the same... Okay, for melee weapons, this is usually strength. Right. Stage fright. Your targets have disadvantage on attack rolls and take 2 to 12 psychic damage each time they miss. I like that too. Invest a creature with power that heals it when it attacks, but also makes it vulnerable to all damage. Okay. Shield of Thralls. Conjure a volatile shield around yourself or an ally, granting the target 10 temporary hit points. If the temporary hit points are lost due to incoming damage, the shield bursts, possibly stunning nearby foes. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll get this then. And this. I do wonder if I need to get, like, all of these to unlock the next stage. Or if that's, like, a story thing. I'm going to hold off on using the last 3. I know we've just used a lot of them already. But I'll hold off using the last ones just in case you guys are, like, screaming at me not to do that. And I guess they're all here now? Yeah. Okay. So we've feasted on the Illithids now. It's okay. I'm sure we'll be fine. What's the worst that could have happened? Yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of start throwing caution to the wind when the gods are getting involved, you know? At least that's how I feel about the situation. Alright. We should probably just teleport there, huh? Where are we? Oh. Oh, hi.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Swamp green dye. Fantastic. But I guess since we're already here, we might as well not teleport.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else I wanted to do. I don't remember anybody telling me I should try something.
Will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Yeah, no, we're heroic. Alright, well, I'm gonna make a hard save here, just in case. Leaving? Leaving... Shadowlands. Okay, just in case.
The Absolute armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
That's true. To Baldur's Gate. Here we go. Finally happening. You're about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. I do believe we have tied up all the loose ends. Actually, no, we haven't. There's one place in particular that we haven't cleared up everything. And that is here. Down here in the Grand Mausoleum. We never went into Balthazar's bedroom area here. I don't believe we did anyway. So we're gonna go down there real quick. What are these things? Oh. So go all the way over there. I don't know if there's going to be anything like super good in there, but I'm pretty sure we didn't do it. So I want to go check.
Beware. This place is trapped.
That was very dangerous. We could have easily been killed by a trap there. This isn't the elevator that killed me, is it? No, I think that's the next one. The Gauntlet of Shar. Oh yeah, we can just walk on through here. We can move a little quicker. I mean... Oh yeah, we can teleport over here, right? There we go. That's much easier. Oh yeah, we never figured out the rat situation too here, did we? Oh well. Okay. So now that we're here, Viscera. And take a look in here. We need to cast the light spell. There we go. Now I can see. Dead Pixie, Loth's Candle, Old Broken Moon Lantern, Carrion Crawler Tentacle. I'll take it. Goth Eye Stalk. We want to take that too. Recipe unlocks suspension of Goth Eye. Here's his bed. Here's a heavy chest. Look at that, 44 gold. Aren't you guys glad I came back?
Still may, even after everything.
That's good. Anything in his bookshelves? No. Anything in the urn? Oh, is this his mom? Can somebody reach that for me?
Eager for battle.
Okay, what if I get up, move that, and then get on that? We will take these, I guess. No. Can I damage it?
More interesting times.
What's going on with that? That rat. Did it come out of the urn?
Unworthy of dark cloak, unworthy of dark fur, unworthy.
There's something strange about the rat. But what?
Okay, same stuff. Okay. Oh, there was a bone in there. I'm pretty sure that is his mom. I'm kind of an ass for doing that, to be honest.
Over than through.
There's a tail over here. Let's grab that.
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding would be great. Okay, well, that's all I could remember off the top of my head. Go back to the road to Baldur's Gate. And, do you think it's time for us to leave? To Baldur's Gate. Yes.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Oh, nice. Wow, it's so pretty. Good on us. That was a nice little cutscene. More of those, please. You.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start.
The painter.
Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Yep, she's definitely a follower of Bal. Hello. This is my new camp. Oh, how sweet. Hey, girl.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
Oh, it's probably gonna be more than that. Alright, let's see what quests get disposed of. If any. So gather your allies. Recruit all allies in the fight against the cult. Halsin is grateful for our help protecting the sanctity of life. We can count on his formidable druidic powers. Should the need arise, Volo has become loyal, right? We absorbed the parasitic memories that nourished our mind and grew our powers. Because this is still a quest we can do. Decipher books about Orpheus. Thought of darkness. Dane Aelin revealed the truth of Shadowheart. She was not saved by Sharans as a child, but abducted and indoctrinated by them. Furthermore, her parents still live in Sharan captivity and are bound to their daughter by a curse. The source of the pain that emanates from Shadowheart's wound. Shadowheart must make for Baldur's Gate in order to rescue her parents and free herself from Shar's influence. Gortash was Karlach's former boss, someone she trusted. He betrayed her, consigning her to a life in the Hells. She wants her revenge, but first we have to find him. We successfully lifted the Shadow Curse. In time, these lands will flourish again. Lovely. Okay. That's comforting that it doesn't seem like we actually missed anything. Oh, it looks like we were hitting the bottles up here.
At the ready.
Is this my camp now? This is a nice camp. A great view, too. Look at that. It feels good to be out of the Shadowlands. Not so dark anymore. Can I put my weapon away? No. Use the blade anyway. Okay. What you hear is here. I guess we'll talk to everybody since it's a new place, new chapter.
One final night in the open air, and then back to the city. Rest while you can. I fear that quite a bit of work awaits us.
Now we're traveling together, I realize I don't know much about you.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
Why not? Is it true that you fought the Dead Three before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
No, you haven't at all. Maybe more like a grumpy old wizened elder. Please, you're only one of those things. You're not that old, are you? You seem reluctant to discuss the past. Yeah, I mean, there's too much continuity she could mess up. You're not that old, are you?
I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Let me ask you something.
Ask it.
You mentioned you know something of Illithids.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Who are you speaking to? Maybe I'm the parasite puppeting this body. It's different this time. The Elder Brain is a slave itself. My mind is still my own. I plan to keep it that way. I do plan to keep it that way.
I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
Thanks, Jaheira. I like your tent, by the way. Is this like a view spot? Got candles and everything. Oh, yeah. Gotta say. That's a nice sword. Really helps my reach. I should be melee more often. I like that sword a lot. Oh god, we got words going on now. Alright, well, is anybody over here? We got our own house here? A wooden chest? Traveler's chest? What is this place? Is this not just a camp? There's a go to bed option, so. Alright, what's going on, Will?
Gone gods. Watching you consume that tadpole was more disgusting than the tadpole itself. Though, I suppose that's not what you wanted to talk about.
That's, I want to see if he says anything else.
Well met.
No? Okay. What do you think of the potential the dream visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
You could have told me that beforehand. You've seen how dangerous these absolute cultists are. We need the extra help. Just look at me. How potent I've become. Think of what we could accomplish together. We face untold dangers, Will. Shouldn't we seize every possible advantage? You've seen how dangerous these absolute cultists are. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting any. They're all for me. But... you know.
I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Mizora said you can say what led you to the pact. Tell me. Oh, yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I'd give my life if it meant keeping the residents safe. I would give up my soul if that's what you're getting at. The place could burn to cinders for all I care. I'd give my life.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
The cult of the dragon had infiltrated Baldur's Gate? To what end? The Grand Duke left a mere boy in charge. That can't have gone well. Nod and let him continue. That's number one.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Use your words, Will, and leave my mind alone. Let's finish this later, okay? Allow him.
In the looming long shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in a storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it? A brave choice and a frightening one. You took on 25 cultists on your own? I find that hard to believe. And what about your father, the Grand Duke? Surely she didn't care about Baldur's Gate.
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do. What about your father?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. After, he said only 1 word. Go. So I did.
Damn, man. That was brave.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
It was brave what you did for the city. Is that how you lost your eye in the battle with the Cult of the Dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
It was brave.
I don't
Okay,
know
it's
that
the
it
same
was
thing.
brave. I just know
We'll
that
return
it
to
was
later.
right. I understand.
You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Do you miss him? You're too charitable. If I were you, I'd never forgive him. I suppose I can't blame him. For all he knew, you'd sprout horns any second. If I were your father, I'd have killed you on the spot. He did you a favor by exiling you. Do you miss him?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
I'm sure he cares about you, man. Lizzo?
I have a lot on my mind.
Keyncha, no good will come of devouring a gay worm, no matter what you might think.
Maybe. Have you thought about making use of the Tadpole's power?
Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
You know what, guys? I'm actually really regretting eating the tadpoles after talking to these two. I might end up reloading it and not doing it and just getting to this point without it. I didn't even read what that was. If we must bear the tadpoles' burdens, we should also avail ourselves of their powers.
Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
This code of the absolute is dangerous. We should take all the help we can get. I'm a living example of the tadpole's benefits. I've never felt more powerful. Prepared or not, if you truly wish to be mighty, you need these new talents. Go number 1. Good roll, good roll.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wonder, like, my biggest regret is, like, what if there's, like... I know I missed Shadowheart, but we'll talk to her last, as usual. My biggest regret is, like, what if there's something... I don't know. Cool at the end for not having ever devoured one.
Feeling illicit?
How much time do we have left? Okay, we're actually running out of time. You know what? I'm gonna save it here, and I'm gonna end the episode here. We'll finish talking to everybody in the next episode. I do apologize for ending halfway through, but I do have a limited amount of time. Oh, Halcyon is here. That's good. So I have to go now. But yeah, we'll finish talking to everybody in the next episode, and maybe I don't know. I don't know if I'll decide later. I probably won't reload it because I've made the decision. I do think it's a good decision, but like it's a smart decision considering what we now know what we're up against. But maybe not, because if it's the Elder Brain, what if adding more tadpoles makes the connection to the Elder Brain more powerful, which means, you know, maybe it can control us more. I don't know. I might reload it. It's so difficult. Now, we do know somebody else wants them. So that's something we can think about. We could give it to I know Astarion wants to take them. So maybe we'll give it to Astarion. I kind of like that idea, actually. We might do that. I'll see. You guys will know early on if I've done it. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.